my phone.
Hotel security.
Yeah, take my phone. Take that phone. Get that phone. Get that phone.
Ah, true love. How sweet, guys. Yeah. Imagine marrying someone, yet trusting them so little that you need to call in security to prevent him getting his own phone back.
Oh my God.
So, what's going on? Why is Angela so determined to keep hold of that phone? Why is it so important to her?
So basically, he could sue you, or if he ends up needing public assistance and using it, the government can sue you. You should really think about whether you do want to proceed, with this.
Wait, so Michael could sue Angela? Yeah, I mean, it sounds bad, but surely this is something she already knew. Surely this is something she should have considered before their multiple visa applications, before marrying him. Well, before we dive into this, let's just rewind to the start. So, the last we saw the pair, Angela was going through Michael's phone. She'd convinced herself that Michael was part of some kind of international criminal visa organisation. But the thing is, we all know that Angela has this habit of taking the smallest thing and then running a mile with it. So, is that what she's done here? Well, when we join her today, she's arranged a call with an immigration attorney from back home. She wants to get some advice, and that does seem like a pretty smart thing to do.
And then I found that he's Googled life insurance. Like, are you trying to kill me? This looks like a goddamn scam to me.
This looks like a goddamn scam to me, says Angela, and it very much sounds like she's already made up her mind, regardless of what the attorney might tell her. Now, the lady actually says to Angela, look, I don't have the facts of your case. I can only go by the information you provide. Are you sure that you're not blowing this out of proportion? She asks.
I mean, you might just be assuming a lot of things. I mean, I don't know your history.
I know. Yes, absolutely. Might be just overreacting because I can do that, but I need to make sure first.
So it's at this point that Angela goes back to basics. She tells the lady that Michael went for his immigration interview in the Ivory Coast, and the agents there asked to know why his initial application was denied in Nigeria. They planned to call the Lagos embassy, she says. How long do you think that might take? Angela asks. And remember, Michael had assured her it would take up to 2 weeks.
Longest I have seen is over a year, but I don't think this happened to your case because they told you specifically what they're looking to find out.
Yeah, that is slightly different from 2 weeks, isn't it? But the lawyer doesn't seem too worried. She reiterates that she doesn't know the facts of the case, so she's going purely on what Angela has told her. But, she says, based on the limited information I have, are you sure that you want this application to go through? Like, if you're worried your husband might be a scammer, you're gonna find yourself in a terrible position if he does actually get his US visa approved. Why? Well, the fact that they've already been married for over 2 years means Michael will immediately become a permanent US resident the second he touches foot on American soil. And with that, Angela will face a lot of financial responsibilities for him.
The affidavit of support says that you will provide the intending immigrant any support necessary to maintain him or her.
Yeah, it will be Angela's responsibility to financially provide for Michael for 10 years. 10 long years. And the kicker is that that doesn't change even if they were to get divorced. That's a very big deal. It's a big decision that you've got to be very sure of. And understandably, given the information she's just been told, the attorney urges Angela to really think very carefully about this.
So basically, he could sue you, or if he ends up needing public assistance and using it, the government can sue you. You should really think about whether you do want to proceed, with this.
Wow, wouldn't that be something? How crazy would it be if Michael or the government were to sue her over this? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there is a small part of me that thinks that would be Angela getting her just desserts. That would be karma, perhaps. Now, Angela does tell the camera crew she's terrified of that prospect because her money is for her family. She takes care of 6 grandchildren, after all.
And there's no way in hell that I would let anyone take my money from my family. Period.
Look, in theory, Angela's stance here makes total sense. No one wants to willingly give a scammer money. Money that should go to their grandchildren, right? I get that. But Angela's been married to Michael for years now. From literally the very first time that we met them, she was worried he might be a scammer. That whole train of thought, her suspicions have persisted for all of that time. They've never gone away. In fact, they're only getting worse given what she's just found on his phone. So there has to come a point at which Angela herself takes accountability, surely. Like, if she's never fully trusted him, why she let things get to this stage? Why is she already married to him? Why have they already gone through multiple visa applications? Ultimately, she has no one to blame but herself if, and big if here, but if it does turn out that Michael has been playing the very, very long game. Now, the attorney does advise her that if she's going to withdraw her application, she needs to do so rapidly. She can't afford to hang around any longer. But, she tells Angela, be 100% sure before you withdraw it.
At least I would have a serious conversation before you do that. Because once he withdraw your support of him, that route is going to be permanently closed.
That would mean 7 years down the drain if she were to withdraw the application. Forget about her. Can you imagine how Michael would feel about that? 7 years of pretending he loves Angela, putting up with all of her crap, gone like that in an instant. All of those cigarette-scented kisses, all for nothing if he can't even get to the States. Poor guy. So where do they go from here? Well, Angela informs us that she's going to give Michael the opportunity to explain himself.
Everything I found on his phones are alarming. There's a sack full of money, pictures of older women on the chat, my private information, social security, tax.
So as Angela makes her way through the hotel to meet her husband and have a conversation, we all know it's just a matter of time. It's inevitable before they end up fighting. Every conversation between these two seems to end up in a fight. Now, given the ferocity of the fight they had last time he saw Angela, it's no surprise that Michael's just sat there questioning every life decision that's led to him being in this situation. How did it come to this, the poor guy's asking himself.
You possibly could go to jail tomorrow. Do you understand this?
Jail for what?
Okay, I'm just telling you.
Whatever you see there, tell me what you see.
I'm telling you
and I will
now.
explain everything.
Michael just seems tired. He seems annoyed that he's having to even do this. He doesn't seem scared, and I think that's a good sign. Like, he's ready to defend himself, but he's pissed off that he even needs to. I mean, just think about it for a second. If it turns out that Angela really has got the wrong end of the stick, it must be horrific having your reputation dragged through the mud on TV like this. That's the kind of thing that will follow him around forever. And the woman accusing him is meant to be the woman that loves him. I mean, yeah, you can understand why he's pissed off. You can understand why when Angela shows him the picture that she's claimed is a stack of money, his face is literally like, what the f*** are you talking about, woman?
It is not money. Check the chat. It
Okay,
was the
you
guy
can.
from the airport. I gave him the Wi-Fi to help me send to the
I
house.
was there, I know that.
And he asked me the cost of the delivery is 8,000 naira.
I remember that.
Did you catch what Angela said there? I remember that, she says. I remember that. So what was just an innocent package with a perfectly legitimate explanation, she wrongly assumed was a wad of cash. Like, sorry, but I can totally understand why Michael's angry with her. And it really doesn't get any better. You see, all the so-called evidence that Angela found on his phone feels like it's been completely misunderstood, misrepresented.
I'm upset that Angela has my phone. There's nothing I'm worried about on it. But if she sees something, she always thinks something else.
I mean, what Michael says here checks out, doesn't it? Angela herself admitted as much. She admitted that she might be overreacting. But for as much as he might want his phone back, and reasonably I think, after all it has been hours that he's been separated from it, Angela just isn't done yet. Why did you share my tax information on the group chat? She asks. But the thing is, she's already got one thing completely wrong. So is she wrong about this too? It's ironic because for a lady that wants answers, she sure is doing a whole lot of yelling, but not much listening.
You gave him my tax paper 2022, dude, and that has every information, my social.
Angela angrily tells Michael that I'm an American and you can't do that to me. That's against the law. You can go to jail for sharing my tax information, she says. But once again, Michael is just utterly baffled by what Angela's going on about. What is it that you think I've done? What do you take me for? He asks.
Do you think
No,
I'm daft that I don't know
Let me back this up.
the importance of SSN, DOB and all that?
Okay.
Or socials?
Hold on.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Now, Michael goes on to explain that the reason why he had Angela's documents on his phone isn't because he sent it to 100 different Nigerian men, as she was making out, but because he had to get them printed to take to his visa interview. It really is that simple. There's no elaborate scamming ring going on. This isn't an international criminal organisation. He's not trying to kill her for her life insurance money. And as for that notion that he's somehow profiting by running a WhatsApp group, that's ludicrous too, Michael tells her.
I am not making
And
any
all these
goddamn
people-
money. No, let me explain
You
to
say
you.
goddamn again.
I am not making any money from there, okay? I am getting information to help us and get the visa.
The sheer audacity of Angela. This is why I really can't stand this woman. How hypocritical can one person be? After just trying to assassinate her husband's character, she's now berating him. She's now taking issue for him saying goddamn.
You
Explain to
say goddamn again.
I am not.
The sheer hypocrisy of her. This is one of the most foul-mouthed people on the show. Yet here she is, taking issue with one single utterance of goddamn. Sorry, Angela, but you've said and done far, far worse.
No, I don't give a goddamn about no money, bitch.
Calm down.
Bitch, you and your goddamn money, bitch. Nobody goes through this much to get a goddamn visa. And you too.
It's sickening behaviour, and I think it says a lot that that's now what she's taking issue with. It's like she's desperately grasping at straws to find anything, any little issue to warrant and justify her anger.
You're a scammer, and you know it. And before you me and my family out of my goddamn hard-earned money for 57 years, I'll show you if I can tell you. Your whole chat's scamming.
Yeah, like I said, she is the one with the vile mouth. So, despite Michael being able to give what seems to be legitimate explanations for every single thing she's asked him about, Angela still isn't buying it. She now threatens to report Michael and everyone else in his group chat to the police. Your whole team's going down, she says. As if she's in a spy movie or something. Secret agent Angela Deem has foiled some kind of international criminal conspiracy. Give me a break. And at this stage, you can completely understand why Michael has had enough. Why he attempts to grab his phone back.
Get my phone.
Hotel security.
Get it, take my phone. Take that phone. Get that phone. Get that phone.
I bought you that phone, it's my phone, she says. Yeah, that sounds like the same logic she employed when she started braking his car, doesn't it? She clearly didn't learn her lesson from that experience, did she? You can't just take someone's property. If you buy someone something, Angela, if you gift it to them, it's no longer yours.
Get that phone.
No, this is my phone.
No, it's mine.
Like, Look, sorry, but whoever that guy in the red is, whether he's hotel security, production or whoever else, he's bang out of order. He's entirely in the wrong, trying to grab hold of it and take Angela's side. This whole situation reeks of unfairness. From what I can see, from the sheer lack of evidence that Angela's been able to provide, Michael's been treated appallingly.